Hi and welcome to the Running Channel. I'm Kate and today along with Anna we're going to be talking about some top tips for speed work when it comes to marathon training.
Yep, it might be a marathon and not a sprint when it comes to running a marathon, but the same can't necessarily be said for your training. So keep watching as we give you tips on speed work for marathon training, some sessions that you can incorporate into your training no matter what your target time is as well. First up though, if you're new around here, please do hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you get notified when we upload new videos all about running, which we do every week.
So what is speed work when it comes to marathon training? Well, really it's anything faster than marathon pace, and that's what we're going to be covering in this video. We would say though that's probably not worth doing anything faster than around your 3K pace. That's something you might then struggle to recover from, and ultimately you don't need to get comfortable with that kind of pace when you're training for a marathon.
Speed work is actually a really crucial part of marathon training because it teaches you to be pushed out of your comfort zone, it makes you run with a more efficient form as well, and also gives you that adrenaline rush that you're likely to experience on race day itself.
So the reason why it's important to train at paces faster than your marathon pace is that your body needs different pace stimuli to adapt. Running faster will help your VO2 max to develop, it'll help your running economy, and crucially it'll then make that marathon pace feel that little bit easier.
And running in shorter, faster bursts also tends to break up the monotony of marathon training. A lot of runners can feel like they get stuck in a bit of a pace rut when they're training for a marathon, but keeping your legs ticking over by doing faster work is one way to break that monotony. If your marathon times have plateaued, or maybe you're chasing down a marathon PB and you haven't previously done any speed work in training, then keep watching because we've got some specific sessions coming up that you can work into your training schedule. Now, a lot of plans will focus on quantity of training and not the quality of training. So there's a lot of focus on the long run for marathon training, but actually doing things like speed work can then give you more bang for your buck in your training week.
Why not try putting some stealth speed work into your training regime? If you finish a steady run and you're still feeling pretty good, then stop, maybe throw in a few drills, and then try 4 to 6 sets of 80 to 100 meters at about, say, 80 to 90% of your effort. Don't feel like you have to start at a full-out sprint, build into each one, and have a nice little walk back in between to recover properly. As well as thinking about what types of speed work you might want to do, it's really important to think about the structure of your week and allow yourself enough time between these kinds of sessions to recover. Because recovery is a really important part of your marathon training, and if you recover well, you'll get more out of these sessions and of course your really important long run.
For most marathon runners, the long run tends to be done on a Sunday for no other reason than it's the day that most of us tend to have the most free time to do it. And similarly, in a club setup, you'll tend to find that track night ends up being on a Tuesday. But we challenge you to look at maybe mixing these around. Just because it's easier to join in with other people to do these training sessions, it might not actually be the best thing for your own personal training. You need to make sure that you are recovered enough, having done a long run on a Sunday, before then trying to put some speed work in on a Tuesday.
So in many cases, it might well be best to listen to your body and give it an extra day to recover before trying to put in a really tough track session or a speed session. Or you could swap that for a FARTLEK run, more on that later, or just get out for a lovely, easy recovery run. You shouldn't feel beholden to a 7-day cycle. In fact, lots of elite runners might train on a 10-day cycle. So listen to your body, not the calendar.
Look to incorporate training at faster than your marathon pace right from the start of your marathon training, and do it regularly too, maybe once a week or at least every other week. Mixing it up and doing different paces will help to break up the monotony of the training. So here are some specific examples of speed work that you can look to incorporate into your own marathon training. Mix it up as well, you don't have to just pick one and do that. You can do different ones each week if you like.
Hill surges, so pick a hilly route and run hard up the hills, but keep the effort level high going right over the top. Don't slow down as soon as you near the summit.
Why don't you try some structured FARTLEK, so 12 to 24 1-minute efforts with 30 seconds of jogging in between. Or you could build up to a longer option of 3 sets of 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, each with 1 minute recovery throughout.
Why not use your local 5K park run? Run 1 lap of the course at marathon pace, then join in with everybody else and run another one really hard, and then do a 3rd one back at marathon pace. That's 15K of really good work done before 10 a.m. Or similarly, you could use a park run in a different way. Run the park run at marathon pace, then go and do 5 times 40-second hard hill efforts with a walk back down recovery, and then another 5K at marathon pace.
Traditionally, when you think of speed work, you think on the track. So let's have a look at sessions you could do on the track. So keep it interesting with staple 5 or 10K sessions. Yep, even though you're training for a marathon. So for example, what about 6 by 1 mile at 10K pace with 90 seconds recovery between reps? 8 by 1K at 10K pace with 60 seconds recovery between reps? Or 2 sets of 2K repetitions at 10K pace and 4 500 meters at 5K pace with 3 minutes recovery after the 2Ks, 1 minute after the 500s, and 3 minutes in between the sets. Don't worry, we'll put all that in the description for you. For a faster option, run 2 miles at threshold pace followed by 3 minutes recovery. Then do 2 sets of 8 by 200 meter reps with 30 seconds recovery between each rep. So aim for a 3K pace with 3 minutes recovery between sets.
Finally, and this is a tough one of the ultimate marathon training sessions is to do a continuous training run, alternating pace every kilometre. So you aim to alternate between your marathon pace, or maybe a tiny bit quicker, and your 10K pace. So you can start doing that with a total distance of 8K and build up as far, potentially up to 20 or even 21K. And remember, there isn't really any true recovery here. Your recovery kilometres are the ones at marathon pace. Finally, remember that running at all these different paces will give you a much better control over your pace on race day, which is really important if you want to have a good race. And the other thing is that getting used to running at different paces improves your pace judgment, and that in turn makes you a smarter runner and less reliant on constant feedback from your watch.
Hopefully we've given you plenty of tips there on how to incorporate speed work into your marathon training. Do you do speed work at the moment? Or maybe you've picked up a session from this video that you're going to give a go. Let us know in the comments below and we'll see you next time on the Running Channel.